Hello, 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 dear friend. How are you today? I am so glad, as usual, to see you. You're just marvelous. If you didn't know that, I want to tell you that. Okay, let's get right into it. In today's video, we're diving into 15 more traits of high functioning autistic husbands that you need to know about. If you've ever caught yourself asking, like, is this my husband? What's going on with him? Is he autistic? Is he ADHD? Something's happening. Well, this series, dear friend, is going to give you so much clarity. So much clarity. And, because once you can spot these traits that we're going to talk about, you'll stop taking you'll stop taking them so personally. Yeah, you will. And you'll start building compassion, you'll start building boundaries and self-care that make a real difference in your marriage. And here's the thing, if you miss part 1, don't worry because I'm going to link it in the description below so that you can watch part 1. And I'll probably at the very end of this video, I'll have it. Nope, that's the wrong way. That way, right? I'll have it up here on this side and you can link and you can watch the video. So, okay, are you ready to get started? I know I am. Okay, let's go. So, here's why this matters. You can't work on what you don't understand. You can't work on what you don't understand. When you expect neurotypical behavior from a neurodiverse husband, you'll constantly feel disappointed, hurt, angry, all of the things, right? And so if you, just to say it, if you expect him to be, I'm going to put this in quotes, normal, you expect your husband to exhibit normal behaviors like a person who does not exhibit autistic traits, you will be disappointed, you're going to be hurt, and you're going to be mad. Okay? But when you understand that these are brain wiring differences, not character flaws, then everything can start to shift. It really can. It can start to shift in the way you see your husband, your perspective, emotionally, all of the things will shift. So, um, then you'll start realizing, you know what? He's not really trying to hurt me. He's not trying to make me mad. He's not trying to disappoint me. His brain just processes life differently. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So, can I tell you a story or just share something with you? Um, Thank you, by the way. Oh, really, really, really quick. If you're enjoying this video, I would love, love, love for you to subscribe. We are building a community of women where we can help each other really build and change our lives as well as our marriages. So please, please, please subscribe and join our family today. I'll be honest with you, early on in my marriage, I thought my husband really didn't care um, because he never brought up any emotional topics. He didn't seem to notice when I was upset. He he never reached out for connection in the way that I longed for, in the way that I needed or thought it should be, right? But once I began learning about these traits, everything changed. It did. It changed. And I saw that he really did care. He cared about me. He cared for me. He loved me deeply, but he just didn't know how to show it in ways I was expecting, in ways that I needed, in ways that I longed for. And once I learned these traits, that gave me so much peace. It really, really did. So let's get into those 15 more traits. This is what you came for, right? So we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to be looking at my notes and as we go along, you may say, "Oh my gosh, that's him." Yes, number 1, number 3 is definitely him. Oh my gosh. Yes, he's autistic. Now, as we go through these, I mean, this is not, I'm going to say this up front, I am not a licensed coach, therapist, in of any kind. Okay. So I will always point you, if you want an official diagnosis of autism, then you really need to go to a therapist, a licensed therapist to get an official diagnosis, if that's what you want to do. But this does give you an idea of, if your husband tends to exhibit some of these traits, he just may be on the autism spectrum. Okay, so let's get started. Are you ready? All right, 15 more common traits of high functioning autistic husbands. Here we go. Number 1, ready? Overly honest. He struggles to filter his words. I mean, you can be honest. I'm a person, I like to be a person of integrity. I want to be honest every time I open my mouth. But there's no filter. He's just going to give it to you raw, straight, no chaser, take it or leave it, right? Okay, number 2, he needs direct, clear instructions, not hints. You'll hear me say this in a lot of the videos. Clear, concise communication. Don't give him hints. Well, honey, yeah, don't do it. It's a waste of time. Number 3, three. He has a strong justice, fairness radar. It is very strong, right? Um, you know, this should be this way. If these are the rules, those are the rules. There is no in between, there's no gray. It is down the line. This is what it is. And these traits as we go through them, they can be very good things, right? And fairness, being very fair, that's a good trait, right? Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm taking too long. Okay. Number 4, he may appear insensitive, Mhm. but it's not intentional. Are you shaking your head? No. Okay. Let's keep going. Number 5. Five. He gets easily overwhelmed in social settings. That might be your guy. So, he tends not to go. Um, he gets overwhelmed in crowds. It's too much noise. He can't focus on the person in front of him, what they're saying. Um, it's like all of these things are happening at once and it's too much, right? So that may be something. Number 6, let's keep going. Has rigid black and white thinking. I just kind of mentioned that. In number 3, but he has very rigid. It is this and that, and there is no middle. There's no color floating in the middle. There's nothing. It's this or that. It's black or white. Okay, number 7. He may not initiate affection, but he responds to it, right? And so you're like, well, you know, that may be your guy, or your guy may have no problem. Maybe he initiates all the time, right? Maybe that's your guy. Okay, so maybe this one is not, and again, as we go through these, remember, these are common. not every single trait that I mentioned, your guy, you're going to tick off all of these. Autism is a spectrum. So, he may exhibit some of these traits, he may not. Okay, let's keep going. Where was I? Okay. Um, may not initiate effect. Okay, that's number seven. Okay, number eight, eight, eight. He can hyper focus so much he forgets time. Have you seen that one? That's definitely my guy. If he gets into something, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's TV shows or whether he's doing something on his car. It doesn't matter. If he's really into it, he loses full track of time, right? Totally lose track of time. Okay, let's keep going. Number nine, he struggles with small talk. He prefers depth. So, if you're around family members, he doesn't like all that small talk. You know, that maybe your guy may not. Let's keep going. I don't know. Um, Number 10, he can get stuck on loops. He can get stuck on loops of thinking. The same thing again and again and again. You thought you would never hear it. It was taken care. Here it comes again and again. I'm sorry. I'm like Bernie Mac. I don't know if you know him, but he used to say, let's move on. So let's do that. Woo. Number 11, 11, 11. He may miss anniversaries or birthdays without reminders. No comment. Let's keep moving. Number 12. He's resistant to change unless prepared in advance. This is a big one. Yeah. Um, Most of the time, this is one of those traits that are really very common because, you know, folks on the autism spectrum, they like routine, they like structure. They need to know well in advance of time what's going to happen, whether, you can't just pop up and say, "Oh, honey, we're going to have a couple, just a few of our family members over this weekend." Nope. Do not. It's Wednesday and you tell him that the dinner is going to be Saturday. That's not going to work. At least, I don't know, give him at least a month or two advance. And then he may still back out at the last moment, at the last minute. He may say, no, okay, I'm going too far in depth. Number 13, he communicates better through actions than words. Yeah, that might be your guy. Yeah, most of the time, they're more action oriented than their words, right? You know, so that's a good one. Number 14, he needs recovery time after a conflict. Well, who doesn't, right? But he really needs it. And so, after you have a conflict and you separate, go your ways, then you want to come back. No, give him time and really give yourself time too, right? Okay. And then finally, ta-da, number 15. He struggles with prioritizing tasks outside of his own interest. Yeah. If it's not something that he's really interested in, it's going to be a tough sell to prioritize your thing that you want to do or you like to do. Okay. These are again common traits, right? Now, and like I said, you know, these are common. Your guy may not exhibit all of these traits. He may, a couple or some. Where there's some aha moments to you, put them in the comments. Like, yep, this one definitely is my guy. Put it in the comments, or I've experienced this, or I have a brother-in-law. That's him for sure. Definitely put it in the comments, right? I love to hear your comments on this, right? Remember this, that these traits and these 15 traits that we talked about today and on the other video, part one, remember this is part two. Um, these aren't flaws, they're features of a differently wired brain, right? What's the other book? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Hmm, same concept. And I'm wired differently than he is, and so are you. So let's try something. I want you to try something. Will you try it? Maybe. Okay. Well, that's all I can ask, dear friend. That's all I can ask. Okay. So here's what I want you to do this week. Try it. Write down three of these traits you see in your husband. So if you have to rewind the video, watch it again, do that. But write down three of these traits you see in your husband. Okay. And even right now, you can pause the video and kind of listen and go back through. Okay. Then, next to each one of those traits, three traits that you write down, jot down how it impacts you emotionally or mentally. Okay. And then ask yourself, what support do I need around this trait? Okay. So try that this week. Let me know. Let me know if you try it and how it worked for you. Um, and when you do this, it shifts the focus from how do I fix him, right? Yeah, to how do I care for myself in light of his wiring? How do I take care of me emotionally and mentally in light of how he's God made him, how he's wired, how he thinks, how he processes? That's where healing, my dear sister, my dear friend, begins. Okay. And that's where clarity begins. Okay. So, my dear friend, spotting these traits doesn't mean, you're labeling your husband or you're giving up on your marriage. It does not. So, if you feel like that, if you're feeling like, I hope that this list brings clarity to you. Um, You're not putting him over here in some kind of box. Um, it's just bringing clarity to your marriage and to how your guy is wired. Okay. It means you're finally working with reality. Don't you like this cup? Isn't that cute? Strawberry. Okay, I digress. As you go through these traits, you are finally working with reality. Okay. And that's where peace begins, right? And it doesn't matter what part of the journey you're on. This is going to be very helpful. If now, and if you found this helpful, I don't know, I can't talk today. If you found this helpful, you can download one of my free, um, one of my free resources below. And I don't know which one it is right now, but check it out below. Okay. Um, and it will help you. It will definitely help you in your relationship. So and also if you're ready to go deeper, right? Check out my course, Frazzled to Fulfilled, where I walk with you step by step through practical strategies that actually work in neurodiverse marriages that actually work. Okay. If you work them, they'll work. I've been married to my man on the autism spectrum for 25 plus years, and we're still going strong. Okay. So I've been there, done the work, done the thing, cried the tears, and got the t-shirt. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And also, please, please, please be sure to subscribe so that you won't miss my next video. Please. And share this with friends. Share this video with women who may need this, right? Let them know about this channel. Here's one thing I want to remind you that you're not crazy. You are just finally getting some clarity. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, dear friend. I'll see you soon.